Production. Mixture Production.
What's going on, Mute Heads? This is David reporting live from the gallery at Penn Square. We are here at our winter issue cover shoot. Got my man Gene Esther in the building. How are you today?
Hey, glad to be here, man. Feeling good.
Thanks for coming through. So Gene Esther is the creator and founder of the Art Corner. Can you tell us a little bit about Art Corner?
Yeah. Art Corner is basically the company I created to offer my services, art related, and everything from portraits, the paintings that I do, and I also do illustrations of many sorts, and I also work with companies big and small to do logos, collaboration. I also do consulting.
Nice. So how long have you been an artist?
Wow, for over 6 years now. 6 years, I can say that.
Nice. So is this something that you always wanted to do since you were a kid?
Absolutely. Ever since I was in high school, I think that's when I really excelled. I went half a day to my high school and half a day to this art school where I had to audition, and through that school, Boston's Cultural Arts Center in New York, I learned a lot of my the fundamentals, the foundational stuff, the classical and approach to art. So I think through that's when I really got my start.
And here you are.
Here.
Tell us about Metasabian. Where did the idea come from? What is the concept behind it? Why should all of our viewers know about Metasabian?
Wow, great questions, man. Well, Metasabian is basically it's more than what we intended it to be at first. It was intended to be a graphic novel with turning real people into superheroes, because that was the whole startup approach. And
I think everybody wants to be a superhero.
Yeah, who doesn't want to be a superhero? Absolutely. With all the comic books, Superman, Spider-Man, all the things going on now. It's bigger than ever, and I actually was into comic books since I was a young kid. So, another reason why I created it was, to recapture that, to bring back those great stories, but in retrospect, bring in real people into it, and really doing stories for people. Since I'm an artist and I work with collaboration with creators and other people who have stories. That's what Metasabian was originally about, and the two friends of mine, Bruce Jones and DL. We came together and created Metasabian, and we started with issue 1, which was of my character, Akin, which is the name I created. I just didn't design my character from scratch, and I created the first story to kind of show people what it was about. But now, Metasabian is actually becoming more of we want to create like an open world scenario where people can be involved for free, or if they want to become a character and have almost like an avatar, be a part of it. So
your readers can actually be a part of the Metasabian experience.
Absolutely,
awesome. Through
contribution, and actually our website, rumeta.com, actually shows all that. We have over 45 people who've gotten metafied.
Okay.
Who want to
metafied.
Yeah.
Serious.
Oh,
y'all better get metafied.
Get metafied, people.
Metasabian.com. Right?
Yeah. Well, we have metasabian.com and rumeta.com because it's just to make it catchier and quicker. Because rumeta means are you beyond? And there's deeper levels with Metasabian. It actually deals with connections within yourself and powers that you can either naturally evolve, or some people who are really into science and technology, they can do that. So we try to embody a lot of different things, the spiritual aspects of reality. We have that. There's a lot of deep elements, but we can all, I think, dive into it and play with how reality works, and that's what Metasabian really talks about. We talk about, you know, there's good guys and bad guys and things like that too, but we really want to talk about the problems in this planet called the Tem, and we're heroes, and how do we solve these problems? How do we solve these social issues or governmental issues or political issues? All these things, you know, can happen, and if we become more aware, you know, through you know, storytelling and telling people through a comic book that can be, you know, for entertainment, but you can actually learn from it.
Right, because it sounds like there's a lot of parallels between this
absolutely
this world in Metasabian and our world that we're living in today.
And that's the big thing. That's exactly what we did. We're taking things from reality and placing it into this world. Fictional it may be, but there's reality all tapped around it, because we're taking, you know, actual content and reintroducing it in a creative way, and that's what I think our viewers gonna, you know, they're gonna really like Metasabian with that, because you can actually be involved with it, and we have a lot of big plans for it. It's just the beginning, and even these paintings.
Can you tell us a little bit about your paintings that you brought with you today?
Yeah, I brought 2 examples of the Metasabian kind of another aspect of Metasabian, which is basically the fine art aspect, because I'm also a painter. I love the traditional feel of painting, and I do digital also, but I learned painting, and I always loved it and never wanted to leave it, so I introduced Meta as a platform to it, and the first one up here is called part of the Human Nature series in the Metasabian universe, where we're basically bridging, we're connecting the ties of humanity and nature. And basically, imagine this: the ties never got separated, because in our industrial world or technological world now, you know, we're very, you know, disconnected with nature. People don't, you know, go out as much as they used to and walk around the woods and things like that. So imagine a race of beings that never separated, or a race of humans that never separated from nature, and really kind of merged and combined and live symbiotically with it. So that's an example of this piece, where it's almost like a human, a person is so connected with the planet that it can kind of merge out of, you know, through animals and through nature. So that's one of these. This is this first one here, and the one below it is actually another race of beings that I created, but I used a different approach. I kind of looked at cultural aspects of you know, Native American. I used African culture, Indian culture, and actually fused in some futuristic elements to kind of create these race of beings where they're, you know, they have their own way of doing things, and they have their own way of look as well. But
and what's this guy's name?
No name, and that's I left it open to a lot of to actually, you know what, that might be a you know, something I might do to figure out some of these names, because this was not based off of anyone. I'm just kind of opening up the universe a little bit, to trying to get as creative as we can with different beings and how their evolution got them to where they are. So there's no name for this character, but I'm very open to suggestions and the race, because again, it's Metasabian is really collaborative. I'm just a creator, but doesn't mean I want to, you know, name and say everything. But it's you know, if anyone who has collaborative effort, that is the big part of Metasabian, and that's how we connect with people.
Cool. You heard it here first. We got my man Gene Esther in the building from the Art Corner, Metasabian, RUMeta.com. He's here with us on location at the gallery above Penn Square for the Mute Mag winter issue. Be sure to check him out. We're going to be doing a full story of Metasabian, Gene Esther, the whole crew, Bruce, DL, and our winter issue coming out. So check out RUMeta.com. This is David signing off for Mute TV.